Good afternoon, everybody. Can everybody hear me okay? Great. Good afternoon. Welcome to you all. The ceremony will start in just a few minutes. The procession is on its way, but before that I have a few obligatory requests and notices to give out. Please ensure all mobile phones are either on silent, switched to flight mode, or switched off. Photographs will be taken throughout the ceremony. If there is anybody who does not consent to their photo being taken and used for publicity purposes, please let a marshal know. In the extremely unlikely event that we need to exit the building in a hurry, please remain calm and seated. Our marshals will assist you in exiting the building. For staff on stage, we have a fire exit to the left of the altar through the vestry. For people to my right, please exit through the rear tower door at the back. For people to my left, please exit through the main entrance which you came in through. And as I said, please wait to be directed by our marshals. When the ceremony has finished, the procession will leave the church and you will all be asked to stand. The procession will be followed by the graduates and finally our VIPs. Our remaining guests will then be asked to follow. If children become unsettled or disruptive during the ceremony, they will be asked to leave. Finally, to our graduands, may I be the first to congratulate you on your achievement. Well done. When your name is called, please step onto the stage. When your name is called, please step onto the stage. You will shake the Chancellor's hand before looking to the camera to my left for your official photos. When you leave the stage, please walk down the centre aisle to the back of the church, where a marshal will escort you. So please just don't go and find your seat, go to the back of the church because it disrupts the programme. Thank you all. I hope you all enjoy the ceremony and the rest of the day. And now can I please ask you to stand for the procession? Please be seated.
Good afternoon, graduands, proud friends and family, colleagues, members of the university. May I welcome you all on behalf of the university to this graduation ceremony. Today is a very special, a unique occasion for you, the graduands. Graduating in medicine from anywhere is a huge achievement. Graduating from the University of Buckingham with its unique attributes is something of which you will always be proud. You've enjoyed, I know, the benefits of a very high standard of teaching from the dedicated staff, and I know you will have studied very hard to achieve your goals. Hard though you will have worked, I hope you've had the opportunity to be part of the diverse and multicultural student body that makes Buckingham such a unique place, with its wonderful mix of people, experience, traditions, and cultures from across the world. In just a few minutes, you will join the lengthening line of young doctors from the university. As you look back on your time here and remember the support and encouragement you received, we hope you will act as ambassadors for your medical school and for your university and continue to enhance our outstanding reputation. I congratulate each of you most warmly and wish you every good fortune as you take forward your medical training. I think F1 and then F2 looms for you. And as you go forward in your chosen careers and your future endeavours, we shall look on you with pride. Thank you.
Dame Mary, Professor Dame Parveen Kumar, honorary graduates and alumni, faculty, graduands, ladies and gentlemen. First, may I give my heartfelt thanks to Dame Mary Archer, our distinguished Chancellor, for being with us here today. We're deeply honoured that she is so committed to the university. During her time as Chancellor, she has given steadfast support to me personally and to the university at large, and is always asking about the welfare of the students. I'm exceedingly proud as Vice-Chancellor of this university. I'm exceedingly proud of our medical school, which received GMC General Medical Council accreditation in May 2019. Our condensed degree program is derived from a well-established curriculum. Its every aspect has been engineered so that you will have a knowledge, the knowledge, skills, and attitudes necessary to become a professional and ethical doctor. Other professions envy you on your way to becoming doctors. I envy your revised Hippocratic Oath, the physician's pledge approved by the World Medical Association's Geneva Declaration in 2017. This links you to the highest aspirations and demands of accountability and self-responsibility of a profession that goes back over 2,000 years. First, do no harm. Societies around the world need you. The life you have chosen is one that requires great courage and dedication, but the rewards, of course, are enormous. The medical profession is one of the most respected in this country and in countries around the world. With that respect, of course, comes power. Power to influence, to make a difference. And with power always comes huge responsibility. Working at the bedside of a fellow human being who is ill and who needs your expertise, your knowledge, your skills, you will be tested time and time again. And I know you will get through those tests. You hail from many countries and will be fanning out across the globe. Many of you are leaving our humble but beautiful market town of Buckingham, called to administer in places where you also will work to fight poverty or injustice or both. What an honor to be called as a doctor to serve in some of the world's more difficult places. As graduates of medicine in the past, you have clearly made plans and stuck to them and worked hard to realize them. But be flexible in your plans going forward. Sometimes luck will throw your plans away, but sometimes luck will do the opposite and present new opportunities of which you'd never thought. Grasp them while they're still fresh. Sometimes it's good to be flexible, to take advantage of luck and things that arise. I know you have been through such difficult times to get where you are now. Unusual times, strangest, sometimes unbearable times, the strangest times, I would say, of my life, and certainly of yours, I'm sure. But you persevered. You got through the pandemic, the lockdowns. You got through it all. And now you're ready to take stock and move on to face the wider world. It's wonderful that we can be together physically like this. In early summer, Buckingham is so beautiful. Sometimes it's overcast as today, sometimes sunny. But I look forward to meeting every one of you after this ceremony in the Vincent Building to wish you the warmest of congratulations. Congratulations to you all. I'm really proud of you, and I'm proud of your faculty and of your dean, Professor Jo Harris, who we'll be hearing from shortly. I know that she and her team are devoted to you and your learning, to setting you on a great course in history. I always like to conclude with something that's happened today in history, and today is the 150th anniversary of the birth of Paul Laurence Dunbar. He was born the 27th of June, 1872, and he is known as America's first great black poet. He wrote poems, but also short stories, novels, and lyrics for musicals. His life was tragically cut short at the age of 33. He died from tuberculosis. Today, Laurence Dunbar is probably best known for his huge influence on the Harlem Renaissance, the intellectual and cultural revival of African American music, dance, art, fashion, literature, theatre, politics, and scholarship in the 1920s and 30s, centered in Manhattan. He was extremely influential on later black writers, including Maya Angelou. Her autobiography is entitled I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, and that's a line from one of Dunbar's poems. I know why the caged bird sings, ah me, when his wing is bruised and his bosom sore, when he beats his bars and would be free. It is not a carol of joy or glee, but a prayer that he sends from his heart's deep core, a plea that upward to heaven he flings. I know why the caged bird sings. So it's a poem about freedom, the yearning for freedom, but another poem of his I think is very relevant to today. It's from his collection, Majors and Minors, and it goes like this. What dreams we have, and how they fly like rosy clouds across the sky, of wealth, of fame, of sure success, of love that comes to cheer and bless. And on a graduation day like today, we're allowed, I think, to indulge ourselves with our dreams of our noble causes and wonderful successes, and of course of love. Some of these dreams will, as the poet continues, they will wither and fade. Some will seem less exciting when we actually realize them, the waning wealth, the jilting jade. But dreams are dreams. Our university's motto is Alice Volans Proprius, flying on her own wings. There are too few good doctors in Britain and in the world today, but Buckingham is producing high-flying medical leaders. As you spread your wings upon leaving this place today, remember that is the Buckingham way. We've helped you to get your wings, your degrees, your life experiences, all of these which help you to fly, but to dream too, legitimately to dream. I wish you well for the next stages of your life. Life won't all be plain sailing, but I know you will get through. Keep in touch, please. Thank you.
Chancellor, Professor John Drew, University Orator, will present Professor Dame Parveen Kumar for the degree of Doctor of Science of the University, honoris causa.
Chancellor, when we look back to the first national lockdown in the spring of 2020, one of its many remarkable features was the phenomenon whereby, spontaneously as it seemed, and enthusiastically, windows were opened on Thursday evenings at 8 p.m, and thousands, some say millions, of citizens joined together to applaud those on the front line of our National Health Service, our key workers and our medics. It was a sign of admiration and high esteem, but also of heartfelt gratitude. Today, our university community is joining together with similar enthusiasm and spontaneity to show our admiration for and gratitude to a remarkable medic and key worker, Professor Dame Parveen Kumar, for a lifetime of dedication and brilliance in her calling. And to admiration and gratitude, given that we have more than 70 graduating medical students among us, we should also add, for reasons to be further explained, inspiration. Dame Parveen was born in Lahore, in what is now Pakistan, and experienced firsthand as a small child the terrible upheaval of both partition and the Chinese Revolution of 1949, before beginning her years of formal education at the Lawrence School, Sanawar, in the Himalayan foothills, where her mother had taken a teaching post. The motto of that venerable school is, "Never give in." But it seems likely that her mother's motto, as she relayed to the audience of last year's In Conversation event at the RSM, has been the more formative influence. It is, "Nothing is impossible." Within a few years, the family moved to England, with Parveen, now a teenager, continuing her studies at grammar school. And then, there having been some generations of doctors already in the family, electing to study medicine at St. Bartholomew's Hospital Medical School in the heart of London, near Smithfield. Barts, as it's familiarly known, dates back over 900 years as a hospital, but was incorporated as a medical college in the early 1920s, and is now, along with London Hospital Medical College, merged with Queen Mary and Westfield College in the University of London. As a student, she was one of 8 women studying amongst around 160 men. Qualifying in 1966, the year of England's Football World Cup win, so in memory, not very long ago at all, she chose gastroenterology as her specialty. She was invited to stay on at Barts, and at that time, as well as for nearly 20 years afterwards, was the first and only woman on the team. Her supervisors gave her, nevertheless, what she acknowledges as a superb grounding in research and clinical medicine. For 15 years, 1970 through 1985, she was registrar and a lecturer at Barts, then a senior lecturer and consultant at the Homerton Hospital NHS Foundation Trust in Hackney, then, as now, one of the most diverse boroughs in London. Now, that combination of practice and teaching and service led to a pivotal decision. This was to work with Dr. Michael Clark, for whom she had registrared at Barts, on a new textbook for medical education. For 2.5 years in the evenings, on weekends, during holidays, they wrote and rewrote chapters of a book intended to supersede the verbose and stuffy handbooks that had gone before, with their passages of redundant history, archaic Latin terminology, and trade names. Mike would come over to our house in the evenings to work, Dame Parveen has recalled. And when we had finished, he and David, that's her husband, would have a drink, while I ironed uniforms or sorted out the school runs for the children for the next day. This last a striking illustration of the double shift that working women with families have to negotiate. And in this instance, being an NHS doctor and a writer as well, more like a quadruple shift. Never give in. Nothing is impossible. The resulting volume, Clinical Medicine, was an instant success and now has run through 10 editions, each one extending its international reach, so it's become what the Royal Society of Medicine considers the most read medical textbook around the globe, and made its authors two of the best-known doctors in the world. Chancellor, if legendary American explorers Lewis and Clark have gone down in history as pioneers in exploration and natural history, then Kumar and Clark are likely to exceed their fame in decades to come as pioneers in medical education. And this is where the inspiration comes in. As I am told, all our medical graduands here today have used Kumar and Clark throughout their studies, and I'm sure they're thrilled and somewhat in awe at this opportunity to meet their mentor. And this is equally true of our Dean of Medicine, who tells me Kumar and Clark is the seminal textbook for qualified doctors as well as students, and that she's brought along her copy, used for passing finals a number of years ago, in the hope of just possibly securing the author's signature. If this were not sufficient, since becoming a professor of medicine and education in 1999, Professor Kumar has worked in a series of truly demanding leadership roles across the medical establishment. She's been inaugural non-executive director of NICE, the National Institute of Clinical Excellence, then chaired the Medicines Commission UK, been president of the British Medical Association, president of the Royal Society of Medicine, and in recognition of her contribution, was made Commander of the Order of the British Empire in 2000 and raised to Dame of the Order of the British Empire in 2017. In and through all of her work, in ways that transcend nation or creed, she has championed the role of women in medicine. In 2017, for example, she led the Medical Women's Federation as president during its centenary celebrations, as well as taking up the Henry Cohen Visiting Professorship of the UK's Jewish Medical Association, lecturing and visiting Israel in this capacity. In 1999, she was winner of the first Asian Women of Achievement Award and has spoken movingly in an interview for the 2020 bestseller, 99 Immigrants Who Made Britain Great, as follows. We stand on the shoulders of brave women who have made it possible for us to achieve our ambitions. As a schoolgirl, I was inspired by Florence Nightingale and Mary Seacole. There are many other women in the distant as well as recent past who have pushed the barriers to succeed in their ambitions. We are now accepted for what we stand for and for who we are, rather than being just women. However, there's still some way to go. Chancellor, at the University of Buckingham, proud of establishing the first independent medical school since Victorian times, we recognise a kindred spirit and a phenomenal inspiration to our staff and students, and we wish to convey our admiration and gratitude. It therefore gives me great pleasure to invite Professor Dame Parveen Kumar to come forward to receive her degree.
Professor Dame Parveen Kumar will reply to convocation.
Thank you, I don't know where to start. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, thank you very much indeed for conferring the DSc on me. I feel terribly privileged and also terribly humbled because I've done no work and you all have been working, hopefully, or perhaps not hopefully, going through pages of Kumar and Clark and probably cursing me, but I hope it got you here. But thank you very much indeed. And I'd also like to congratulate the parents and the supporters and the families and friends of those who've graduated, because I suspect you've been through hell as well. So thank you all very much indeed. So graduands, fellow graduands, I feel so humbled by that. You are precious, as we've already said, but you've got a lot of work to do around the world. You're entering the best profession in the world, a profession which is well respected and trusted, but of course with this comes a lot of responsibility, and don't abuse those tenets that you've been brought up on. Remember, you will also be doctors of the world, not just Buckingham, which is fantastic universities I've just seen this morning, or the UK, but doctors of the world. There'll be different cultural and religious problems and differences that you will be encountering. Please respect them. There will also be difficult decisions to make. Please be fair and without prejudice. Your work, as it will be in the future, is totally different from mine. As you heard, I qualified in 1802, but I'm still standing just about. But it will be different, and I think more exciting, and also perhaps a lot more worrying, because diseases are changing. The speed of travel, the ghastly wars, the immigration, the emigration of populations will all lead to new diseases, and also the spread of diseases. So the word tropical disease now doesn't have any meaning because it is already at your doorstep. The world also faces massive challenges with climate change, and we've all heard about these. And as the globe warms up, diseases will reappear and new ones will appear. We thought we had a handle on infectious diseases, but sadly, they will be returning. And it's not an impossibility that endemic malaria may well reappear in this country after really several centuries. And then, of course, we've heard about the floods all over the world, and with about the floods, we're going to get an increase in waterborne diseases as well as diseases spread by viruses. And of course, we're coming, obviously, just hopefully to the end of a pandemic, but there'll be several ahead, which we already know about. The only difference that we've had compared with the Spanish flu over 100 years ago now is that we've got vaccination, and that was really all through research. And then the other thing, of course, is air pollution. And it's us humans, that have actually been polluting the world, polluting the environment. And with the climate change, we're getting forest fires. And of course, these will increase the carbon and other noxious gases in the world. And of course, thereby, we will get a lot more respiratory problems. And I think we all remember how in the lockdown, people with asthma were able to breathe much freer because of the lack of pollution in the atmosphere. So I could go a long way talking about this, but I won't because it's a special day. So I just want to leave you with a few well-meant words, really from the bottom of my heart. Firstly, be honest, particularly with yourself. That's not easy to do. If you don't know something, and you're young doctors and about to step on the stage, please ask for help. No one will think any worse of you. And remember, it's the patient who's important, not us, not you, not me. Secondly, listen and be kind. Many a mistake has been made in medicine by us not listening to patients. And of course, kindness is something that should be everywhere, but we often forget it. And it's never harmed anybody at all, and it's just really common good manners. Thirdly, look around you. See how things are being done and see how you can change those things. Innovate, because you've now got artificial, I was going to say insemination, I better not say that, but artificial intelligence and all the modern robotics, the omics, the, endless things. And I think you can now think, well, how can I use those in my practice of medicine? Fourthly, medicine is hard. It's a hard profession. And you'll have and encounter lots of worries, a lot of anxieties, and you see humanity at its worst. Now, this can get us all down and lose our sense of stability, really. And really what I'm talking about is mental health, because it's something that we are all prone to, and it's something that we should not be ashamed about or macho about, because I think that's what we've been thinking about mental health in the past. We all encounter it, and we need to ask for help. So what I've said can really be encompassed in a much better way and expressed beautifully by Mahatma Gandhi. And he said, "I do not want my house to be walled in on all sides, and my windows to be stuffed. I want the cultures of all lands to be blown about the house as freely as possible, but I refuse to be blown off my feet. So keep to the tenets you've learned about professionalism and kindness and helping other people, because this is going to keep you throughout." But we also talked about change, and the Vice-Chancellor talked about change. Mahatma Gandhi has something else to say about that. You must be the change you want to see in the world. It's up to us to do what we should do. We should stand up for what we don't believe in. And as my mother said, anything is possible. And I certainly would not be standing here having gone through the partition and lost everything. Then in China, where my father was working with the United Nations, we again lost everything because the communists were coming down. So twice the family's been left living in tents, and I mean tents. But as a child, because it didn't mean anything to me, it was all fun, as you would expect. You look at the best side of life. So lastly, my point is fun. If you're not having fun and you don't love what you're doing, this is not for you. Life is difficult enough without having to be a doctor. And I have to say, I've loved every second of it, every minute of it. I've loved getting out of bed, going into work, and I think many of us behind me have done the same, because we work in a team and we have an aim at the end. And the aim really is to give the benefit of all our skills that we've learned at Buckingham to our patients. So very, very, very many congratulations. This has been a huge achievement, arriving here after all these years. And isn't it exciting? You've got there, So, but remember, whatever you learned, don't forget it. But also remember success. People talk about success. But what is success? Success has many definitions and comes in different designs and different ways. Is this success standing in front of you? Are you all success? Well, yes, it is all success. But to me, the best success is when the patient leaves the consulting room, puts his hand on the handle, and turns around and says, "Thank you, doctor." Now that is the joy of medicine. Thank you very much indeed.
Chancellor, I call upon Professor Joanne Harris, Dean of the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences, to present candidates for degrees of the University of Buckingham in Medicine.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Honorary Graduate Professor Dame Parveen Kumar, Faculty of the University of Buckingham, our graduates and honoured guests. Thank you very much, Professor Kumar, for those very wise words. It was very good to hear those today. But a warm congratulations to our new Med 18 graduates and your rightfully proud family and friends. You are the cohort who were mainly in the second year when I joined the university in 2019. Since then, I've had the pleasure of getting to know many of you, either on campus or on visits to the trusts,
and I'm delighted to see you reach this significant milestone in your lives. Today is a great achievement, but remember, this is not the end, but the beginning of your brilliant careers in medicine. Some of you have already chosen a career path after your foundation years and know where you will be heading, and others will decide after more time spent on the job. Whatever direction you choose, you've become members of what is truly the best profession in the world, and I'm able to say that after more than 35 years as a doctor. I have a first edition of Kumar and Clark, which I've been told today is apparently quite valuable, so hang on to your textbooks. Yet, your path will not be easy, as we've heard. The NHS is recovering from the impact of 2 years of the COVID pandemic. There is talk of record waiting lists and doctor burnout. The cost of living crisis will affect people's health and the money available to alleviate the situation. However, we hope your time here at Buckingham has gone some way to prepare you for this transition into whatever the future may hold. When I teach, I'm always quoting the GMC 2018 outcomes for graduates, and particularly the new learning outcome, an ability to deal with complexity and uncertainty. We know medicine and the NHS is full of uncertainties. There is talk about ensuring doctors have the necessary resilience to deal with clinical and professional uncertainty. However, there is a counter-argument that says personal resilience is not what is needed because it has links to erosion of empathy, and there's the guilt factor. If things go wrong, for example, you may ask yourself, was I just not tough enough? So recently, there's been more focus on maintaining your well-being, and Professor Kumar spoke about this, even when under stress, and reflecting on your actions and those of others. Sorry, reflection doesn't stop now you're leaving medical school. And particularly being aware of the broader social context that may help explain the reasons for some of the things that are out of your control. Doctors are often not the best at admitting they're experiencing difficulties or have a problem, so ensure you reach out to others if things are not going well. Maintain your social contacts. Seek out mentors and role models who have often been in a similar situation. And there are now many professional bodies looking to support junior doctors, and the trusts you work in also want to help you succeed. However, this is not intended to be a speech to lower the mood on this happiest of days. I'm certain you will overcome the challenges in front of you as you've overcome others you've previously faced. Have confidence in the knowledge and professional competencies you've gained during your time here, and know you're ready to take on your next step into becoming an effective practitioner. Many congratulations once more on graduating as doctors. We hear many good things about our graduates as they disperse around the country on their foundation jobs and the globe. After that, always be proud to have graduated from the University of Buckingham Medical School, as we are proud of you for all your achievements and future accomplishments. And just finally, we've heard about thanking the parents, and I'd like as graduates for you to give a round of applause to your parents and supporters. Who've actually allowed you to get to this place today, which is fantastic. So, as the Vice-Chancellor said, keep in touch. We have a thriving alumni association, and come back and teach. We always really love the foundation doctors who come and teach our students. Thank you very much. Chancellor, I now present to you the graduates in medicine. For the degrees of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery with honours, Maud Calverley. Duncan Clark. Alison has been awarded the prize for narrative medicine. Alison Ferguson. Tabitha Gould. Tabitha has been awarded the prize for clinical achievement in Phase 2. Sanjana Jaiganesh. Aaron Omar Khan. Aaron has been awarded the prize for academic achievement in Phase 2. Hilary Jean Reagan. Hilary has been awarded the prize for the Spirit of Buckingham Medical School. For the degrees of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery, Vaibhavi Agarwal. Pamith Ahangama Arachilaj. Gautam Salasamy Anandakumar. Aparna Anup. Oluwa Gbemi Sola Arola Safi. Boo Ayres. Adam Aziz. Alex Barry. Gemma Bond. Olanton Bosson Baremo. Jaway Rabat. Rayma Camacho Risque. Rayma has been awarded the prize for the Spirit of Buckingham Medical School. Ainsley Tsun Kyu Chan. Tamuka Chaora. Saskia Crane. Simisola Duro Pirisola.
Amaka Elumogo. Esther Oluwaseun Elusope. Raheel Faiz. Christopher Ford. Christopher has been awarded the prize for ePortfolio Excellence and the prize for Phase 1 Student Selected Component. Miral Ikramullah. Mabel Tobogo Kamodidi. Atam Khan. Kevin Coogan. Shabiga Kuganesan. William Leach. Jerry Marr. Pravina Mahalingam. Miral Malik. Harleen Mandler. Catherine McElroy. Namitha Michael. Jasmine Moroney. Amanda Mujo. Abenithi Nalwad. Rhea Narang. Kumar Nakuo. Jeanette Olaruniwo. Akila Panda. Vagishri Patel. Riya Patel. Gerald Pong. Aditya Posalka. Danusha Pushparaja. Veronica Rajanayagam. Karishma Rajput. Prakashini Ravi. Daniel Sadana. Chin Hang Sophia Sin. Pallavi Singh. Charlotte Slee. Veena Sudarshan. Vishnu Suresh. Ali Raza Syed. Sana Syed. Zain Syed. Hasti Tarzban. Faizan Virji. Ho Yin Arnold Wong. Lin Zhao. Rohan Pancharatnam. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation.
Chancellor, the Cawthorne Cup for Academic Achievement is awarded annually to the student who has attained the highest academic performance in Phase 1. The prize for 2022 is awarded to Dr. Aaron Omar Khan. Chancellor, the Stuart Peterson Prize is awarded annually to the student who has consistently achieved academic excellence in all spheres of the undergraduate medicine programme. The prize for 2022 is awarded to Dr. Duncan Fraser Clark. Please be upstanding for the reciting of the Physician's Pledge.
Fellow graduates. No? Fellow graduates, I call upon you to join with me in a time-honoured tradition reciting the Physician's Pledge as approved by the World Medical Association's Declaration of Geneva 2017. Please to turn to page 12 in your programmes. As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease and disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me, even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honour and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health, well-being and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honour. Thank you.
The Chancellor will now conclude this ceremony.
Thank you, Registrar. The ceremony is indeed now drawing towards its close. The pandemic has shown us, as John Donne once so famously remarked, that no man is an island. Our own health depends on the health of our family and our neighbours and our community. We are interdependent, one person on another, and one nation on another. Complicit in the spread of disease, united in the fight against disease, the search for cures, and how they can be fairly applied across the world. The university's young medical school and you, its latest doctors, can be proud of your part in that great profession that you have just sworn to observe. And we, the university, are proud of you. Led by the Vice-Chancellor and supported by the Council and Senate, the university has emerged from a time of national trial stronger than ever in its resolve to maintain its well-deserved reputation for excellent teaching. And I'm so pleased to hear that you all used Kumar and Clark's seminal textbook on clinical medicine as part of your course. So may I again congratulate you, all our new doctors, and wish you every success and happiness in the next stage of your careers. This ceremony is now concluded.
Please be upstanding.